All right, here we go. Dude. Well, good morning. It's 7:13. Brock Hunter.
Morning. What's
Hey,
up?
buddy. Well, don't forget we are officially streaming. Go find us on Twitch. We're on Facebook and the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that so you don't miss out on web exclusive content. Web exclusive content. It's not good stuff. It's just more stuff of us.
More stuff.
For some reason, if you were like, I guess I'll watch more of these idiots, go check that out. But right now we are on the stream. We'll be on there for the next 45, 50 minutes or so. You can get in on the fun, have a little fun with us. We're feeling not the most chipper today. A little more.
Which is sweet when you got to go on camera.
Right. I don't know how news people is there any news guys that are just raging alcoholics? There's no way you can do it. There's no
possible. I don't think news people drink.
Well, morning news. What about nightly news? Nightly news, you got all day to sober up, and then
You know what's great? I just realized this, and probably should have talked about this in sports, but I'll just touch on it right now. So during football season, I usually put out First Take, ESPN, after the show, just to kind of catch up in the sports world. That's kind of my portion of the show, to contribute to. So I try to stay updated as much as I can, even though you can't tell in my sports report. At least you're good. In the mix of that, I had realized that, holy smokes, Skip and Shannon aren't together anymore, which we talked about yesterday a little bit. And Pat McAfee is being broadcasted over ESPN now. So going through the TV guide, I'm like, First Take for Pat McAfee show. What? I haven't seen that in the TV guide ever. And so, what I wanted to get to is I watched a little bit of it, and it's the Pat McAfee show, as you know, on YouTube, just on ESPN now, with a little bit more production, a newer room, basically. But you will never see Pat McAfee in anything but a tank top. And I love it.
Just going to ask.
That he was like, nope, you can pay me as much as you want, but you are not going to get me in that suit. That's not me. That's not natural. I will not naturally flow with something around my neck buttoned up. It's not going to happen. And I love it.
I was going to ask, is he still rocking the tank tops? And good for him.
Yeah.
You know what? He was wildly successful before ESPN picked him up without sleeves. There's no reason why, just because you're on a network, that you need to have sleeves on.
Absolutely. So I've seen it a few days in a row, and she brought it up because she's working and it's in the background. She's like, is he wearing the same shirt as he did yesterday? And I'm like, yeah, he is. He's wearing that black tank top. And I think there's probably a negotiation there saying, hey, okay, fine. You don't have to wear the three-piece suit, but you just wear the black tank top.
Wear the black tank top. That's the outlier right there.
Right.
I have a feeling he has multiple black tank tops. If I were to
much like
guess.
your fishing shirt that you wear every single day. You know?
Yeah.
But you're not wearing today.
No, I'm wearing a black button shirt.
Did you give up fishing?
No. I just got them all in the wash right now. So.
Did you give up your dream of being a pro fisherman?
Never. You kidding me? Mm-hmm. Look, Hunter, this is my hobby. My job is a professional fisherman. All right. That's what it is right there.
I'll put the fisherman shirt back on, would you? You look like you're about to go to the club.
I don't like the look you got going on right now. I don't know. Who are you? You've changed, man. You've changed. Yeah, no, I think they're all in the wash because I'm probably going to be wearing them all weekend long. So I just got to make sure that
you're prepped.
That I'm prepped. I'm ready to go. I got to have fresh fishing shirts for the weekend, man. Fresh fishing shirts for the weekend. So anyway, how do we get on this? Oh, yeah, Pat McAfee. You're watching Pat McAfee. Yeah. So I like it. Well, good. I'm glad to see Pat's doing well. I wish we could get picked up by a network.
Hey,
but no, it's just,
you just got to keep doing. Got to keep going.
No, you got to be good at it. All right, that's what it is.
You got millions of dollars coming our way, man. Come on,
you got to be likable. You got to be talented. What do we got?
True.
We have none of those qualities for us, Hunter. Son of a bitch. It's all right. At least our moms are still watching. That's nice. Hi, Mom.
Hey,
hi, Mom.
That's no joke. What's up?
Our tens of fans are watching right now. Anyway, well, hey, let's keep it moving here to keep the tens of fans entertained, folks. It is time for your morning dump. If it looks, by the way, like I'm taking a lot of sips of coffee, is because it's, of course,
because you are.
It's 9,000 degrees, so I'm trying to just get like a decent amount, but I got to wait. And then there's that small window where it's the perfect temperature, and then it's cold.
Hey, when we go to break after we talk, whatever we're going to talk about right now,
yeah,
it's going to be ice cold.
I know it is, dude. You're saying that in kind of a joking, but it is. It's going to be cold. That's why usually about halfway through the 7 o'clock hour, you'll see me just chug the rest of it because it's going to be cold.
You know how you beat that? Have ice on hand, and when it goes cold, just make it even colder. Now it's a cold brew.
Just make it iced coffee. Yeah,
I got the cold brew.
They make those little USB mug warmers. You know what you can do for the office, but
kind of like what the candle warmer thing.
Yeah, exactly. But you can just put your coffee mug on there. But I don't know if I want to be that
sounds
guy.
dangerous. I don't know if Terry would let you have that in the studio.
Some more electronics that I put liquid on. That's a good idea.
Right.
I'm already playing with fire, drinking it over here by the board. For God's sakes, one slippery hand day. I'm done. I'm out of here. So anyway, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777 or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it with Pump That Septic because your backyard stinks and it's full of yucky stuff. So Pump That Septic.
Stinks.
I'm surprised you have not brought this up, and it just seems like another day, another alien story. Someone just dragged a mummified alien into Mexico's Congress, and it kind of looks like E.T. Two stone-like figures were put on display for politicians by a UFO expert during a public hearing this week. Here's the spooky part. Radiocarbon dating done by the National University of Mexico pegged them between 700 and 1,800 years old.
Yeah.
The Mexican Navy says they don't contain human DNA, and one of them may have been pregnant. They say an MRI showed mysterious eggs inside. Question is, if they're not aliens, what are they?
Okay. So I have looked into this, and I have seen this on Reddit a bunch of times, and it's actually a pretty big deal right now. And if you haven't seen it in your news, you probably are, because a lot of people are speculating and talking about it. Why hasn't this been released earlier? And so it has. This is not the first time we've seen these two aliens that were displayed in the Mexico hearing the other day. I think it was over the weekend, right?
Yes, something like that, or last week or early this week, whatever it was. So.
It's as much as I want to say, yeah, here we go. It's just
look at us, suck it, they're real. They're out there, man. Yeah,
you know, so they debunked this in 2017. So what was this? They were also the mummies, something mummies. So this guy is there is some weird things about this. Even though this was debunked, it's still odd, and there's still weird things about it that you can research into. So they're claiming it being like an alien source with different DNA, and they go into detail with this thing, man. Fingerprints, the rib cage, and everything, you know, its digestive system. Like, you can go deep. I think what they said in 2017 was it was like a mummified baby from way back. That's a dismembered mummified baby.
Are you seeing what I'm posting here?
Yeah, I see.
So this is it. So you're saying this is from 2017?
So yes, there was this guy also released this in 2017, and it was a big deal then, and they debunked it then. And now in 2023, he's redoing it, and the people that debunked it are like, "Hang on a second, like we've seen this alien, we've done this before." It was that alien right there that you see it on the screen that was stretched out like that. Yeah. That was the other one that we did a story on that was all hunched up in the fetal position, where they're like, "Don't touch it." It had 3 fingers.
Yeah.
So they just stretched it out in a different position, and then they put some carbon, like dust on it or something to preserve it. That's why it's all white
and alien looking. To me, it looks like a child's like clay doll from way back in the day.
Yeah, it looks like a Stretch Armstrong kind of.
Right. And now all of us are like, aliens! Ah! Some guy's going in front of the Mexican Congress. And
what is weird about this, whatever it is, there is no, so they did take DNA from it. There is no known source of DNA of anything like it. Its digestive system, its rib cage is different than ours. There is some weird things about it. It's an actual mummy of some sort, whether it's human, whether it's something somebody put together back in the day. Bottom line is, it's still weird. It's still a weird thing. it's got like parallel fingerprints. You know how ours swirl?
Yes.
This one goes side to side, up and down. There are just some weird things about it.
Hold on. I found some other images I want to share with everyone.
It's got a. Here's another thing. Like its spine attaches right to its cranium, which us humans, it's separated. We have different bone structure in there.
This is the alien I want to see right here.
Oh, jeez, man. The 3-boobed lady from Total Recall.
Ow, ow, ow.
You know what? I'll give this one to you because this is really not too much of a serious story.
Yeah, that's what I was. As soon as here's the thing. As soon as I saw the actual thing that they brought out, like they came in and they lift the case, I'm like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Just stop it. Just stop it.
On their defense, it is something.
It's something.
It's not a plastic doll. Somebody didn't make it. They definitely dug this thing up from however long ago.
I think maybe it was just an uncooked baby. Hey, you know what I mean? It didn't get fully done.
You know what? You know what story that's even crazier than this that nobody's talking about that I saw the other day? It's kind of relatable. They found like a 7 million year old tooth.
Oh, really?
A human tooth. They're saying look it up. It was found in was it Germany or something? But people are saying literally going to rewrite history. This finding is going to rewrite the entire book of what we know as human existence.
Study finds 1.8 million year old tooth, one of the oldest signs. Well, yeah, because if we've been around that long, they say humans aren't that old. How do we know it's a tooth? It's an actual human tooth. I know you can do the carbon dating and everything, but how do we know it's not just like a fossilized turd or something like that? You know what I mean?
I'm not a scientist, and I don't know what they do, but the report says it's a tooth, and it's 1.8 million years old, which is, if you think about, that's a long ass time ago.
It is, but I also, and again, I don't know enough to say, well, there's plot holes in this, but I just feel like, okay, we're taking something, and with the little knowledge that we have, we're going, oh, this is 1.8 million years old, and it's a human tooth. Do we know that? How do we know it's?
I can't say yes or no to that, really. But I know that they can take like a tooth from the ground and basically restructure a skull for forensics and tell you what the dude looks like.
I feel like, okay, yeah, we can restructure it, but aren't we taking some liberties at this point? Aren't like now, like with dinosaurs? Yeah. Like for a long time, we thought dinosaurs were just scaly. And now we're like, well, more than likely they had feathers, we think, right? You know, we don't know. We're just taking these bones. They could have a completely different outside body than what we assume they had, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that might be a little bit different than like dating something, though. You know what I'm saying?
Don't know. Yeah. Look, who are you going to believe? Some nerds and some lab coats, or Hunter and Brock? Huh? Who are you going to believe?
Exactly. Us. Damn it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson or us? Okay.
How old do we think humans are right now? Before the tooth,
like a few thousand years, like
6,000, 7.
Okay, hold on. Well, now I gotta look this up. How old are humans? 200,000 years. 200,000 years.
Wow.
So not even close.
Not even close. That's a huge gap. I mean,
most like your recent common ancestor, Homo erectus. Mean upright man in Latin. Homo erectus. Wait, erectus is an extinct species of human that lived between 1.9 million and 135,000 years ago. That's kind of a big gap.
Yeah, right. Huh.
I don't know.
Anyway,
like I said, it seems a little iffy. So, but yeah, Mexican aliens got them out there.
Yeah.
Lastly, McDonald's is sick of the mess left behind at its self-serve drink stations, so it's getting rid of them. So you won't be able to fill your own refill or fill your own drink. Instead, you'll have to ask an employee to do it for you. Once again,
taking
advantage of the system. That's right, Hunter. You knew exactly where I was going with this.
And look where we're at. No more self-serve. You filled too many pops when it should be water.
Yep.
It was going to happen eventually. I'm surprised we made it to 2023. really.
It's not even
That
just
secret's
that,
been
too.
out since I was a kid.
It's not even just that, because if you're a dirty thief and you ask for a water and you get soda,
That's the reason,
but
though,
look,
right?
no, well, according to them, it's too messy, and they're just they're changing things. They're changing things. What I think it
That's what they
is
tell
that
you, but
they're
you know what the reason is.
they're tired of giving away soda in a sense, like, because if I buy, this is what I usually do. If I'm in a restaurant that has self-serve, which is very rare nowadays,
Mhm.
I'll usually have one, and then before I leave, I'll get another one.
Mhm.
Because you know what? I paid for that soda. It's free refills.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what they're hoping to do, I'm sure, is cut out that. And now, because most people aren't going to go ask. Most people aren't going to take the time to go up and be like, hey, can I get another refill before they leave? You know what I mean?
You know what happened to me the other day? It was kind of crazy. Kind of took me back for a second. We went inside to a fast food place, which is, why did we do that? What?
Yeah.
But we did. Probably because the line was so long. So we went inside, and I get, a complete meal with fries and a drink, and then she just gets like, a burger, and we'll share the drink or whatnot, save a little bit of money there. But the lady behind the counter was like, she looks at her and she's like, sure you don't want a cup of water? And like winked. And she's like, no, I'm good on water. She's like, you sure? And I'm like,
lady's trying to give away.
You're trying to give away pop. I know what you're doing. You can't say it, but she gave us the little, like, you sure you don't want water?
You sure don't want water?
You sure you don't want it? I'm like,
that's weird.
That's weird. Usually I thought I would get in trouble, but even the employees now are like, yeah, we know what you're doing.
We don't care.
We're so accustomed to it that they're like, yeah, just take the water.
They're so underpaid, they don't care what happens. You could just go back there and steal the food and be like, whatever. I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm not getting paid enough.
Billions and billions served.
The abuse I take. And you got those McDonald's CEOs sitting fat and happy in their leather chairs, raking at the money. And now I have to ask for a refill. Come on.
Was it on the show the other day? We did the fact that one in how many people have worked at a McDonald's or a fast food place?
I don't remember reading that fact, but it's I'm sure the numbers are pretty high.
It said 1 in, was it 3 or 8?
Average amount.
1 in every, I think it was 3, or was it 8? 1 in, I'm going to say 3. I think it's 3. They were saying 1 in 3 people in the world, this is the world, have worked at a fast food place or at a McDonald's.
I can't find it.
It was from one of those YouTube shorts.
Oh, right here. One out of 8. One out of every 8 Americans have worked at a McDonald's at some point.
It was 8, which blew my mind.
That is a lot.
1 of every 8 people.
Yeah.
You have 8 people in the room. One of you has worked at a McDonald's. Isn't that wild?
So now you got to, let's say probably like 1 in 5 has worked, or maybe 1 in 3 has worked at a fast food joint.
Fast food place.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to count all of them. That's crazy, dude.
Which that's not a bad thing, is it?
No, God, no. No, it's a great.
I think everybody should have to work a day in fast food.
I think so. Actually, you know what? I do think so.
Just so you know what it's like back there and how chaotic it can get back there, and maybe you won't bitch as much, not getting your sauces.
You won't yell at a teenager who's just trying to make a little money for college.
You know
what I mean? You won't try and fight a kid with braces because they forgot pickles on your McDouble. Are you serious? I paid for it. That actually happened the other day, and I was kind of excited. Kiki and I went to Chipotle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And or what's the one down, the Qdoba, whatever it was, where they make it for you, right? Is the Qdoba?
Yep.
Anyway, so I was in head of this older couple, probably in their 50s, something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm going through doing my order, and all of a sudden the guy goes, "It's how much for extra cheese?" And I was just like, "Oh, here we go. This is gonna be." And I kind of wanted him to say something else, because then I could say, I've been waiting. I've been waiting to finally stand up for one of these fast food workers, these poor kids. And luckily he calmed down. But it's like, what did
you expect? Extra anything is going to cost you something these days. Period. Sorry.
But either way, besides that, the kid behind the counter making the burrito didn't set the price.
No.
Yelling at them literally does nothing.
You were the one.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm just 13. This is my first job.
Kid.
I'm going to punch you in the face because you charged me extra for sauce. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I've never understood yelling at like a waiter, a fast food person. It's just
Where does
like,
it
oh
get
my
you?
God.
Where does it get you? It gets you
Like,
nowhere.
do you drive away feeling like a big man after that? Like once you
No,
yell,
it's always awkward. If you're that person, you're driving away, that car is quiet for a little bit. So you get down the road and somebody brings something else up. But for a few minutes there, it's like Dad was pissed and
see, I don't know.
unnecessarily pissed.
Yeah, that's like if there's anyone else, but I just feel like you got some of these older people that will yell at a cashier, a bag boy, a fast food worker, and they'll like drive home, and they'll just be happy with themselves. They're like, oh yeah, I told that teenager off. I'm glad I yelled at him
myself
about them forgetting my extra French fries. All right,
yeah.
like, Jesus, man.
What happened the other day where somebody stood up for somebody and it took the person that was being a bitch by surprise?
See,
they straightened up. They were like getting all like
no.
what was that? Where somebody was like, hey,
yeah,
like they put their foot down, and you could tell the person was like, oh, I'm not used to people yelling back at me.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
being the one yelling.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's usually how it goes. And like I said, I'm not trying to paint myself as a hero, but there's been a couple instances in my life where you haven't, because it's awkward. It is. And most of us are like, Jesus, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Mm-hmm. But I was hoping that guy was going to say something so I could finally be like, hey, knock it off. All right.
How about just a month of it? Justified knockouts. For this month, we're purging. Right. We're purging this month. Yep. This month, baby.
Yeah.
If you mess up and you're in public, you're going to get smoked. Somebody's going to hit you in the jaw.
You're going to wake up like, you brought it up not terribly long ago. We just need to have like a force, like just a bunch of like maybe retired military personnel, it'd be a great job for them. And they just walk around. They got like some badass tactical outfit on.
No. You don't dress them up. You dress them up as regular human beings, so you don't know. You don't which one.
Oh, you don't. So you want covert knockouts.
I want covert. Yes, I want you to. You start thinking about being a bad person. All of a sudden, wham! Just an arm wraps around your neck, and
you're done. You're done. All right, I think that maybe you're onto something. I was thinking maybe if we had them like dressed up, and it just says like public punch out squad.
No,
and then maybe people wouldn't be like.
No, wait. It could be 75-year-old grandpa that was an ex-Marine over there. Or it could be 7-year-old Susie, who's just an unbelievable assassin.
Right.
But hey, if you mess up, something's going to happen.
It's going on.
One of these people.
It's going down.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's work on it.
And you know what? Hey, you and I would get punched and knocked out at some point.
You first. You're
we say stupid things sometimes. And you don't, but I think both you and I would wake up thinking, you know what? Deserved.
It would shape up. You would definitely. It would happen to you first, for sure. Yeah. It'd probably take me a while.
Let's compare emails, and we'll figure that one out. I think people email you a lot more than they email me.
It's just because I'm louder. That's all.
And dirtier.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll be not
potty mouth.
Anyway, all right. That's your morning dump. We'll be back. Yeah.
Did you see the photo dump on Facebook?
Patow!
From last night?
Obviously, we'll get right into sports. Ooh. Come on, computer.
What was I just going to do? Damn it.
There we go. Dooby-doo. All right, we got about a minute here.
This is weird. I just scrolled by the live feed on Facebook as we're doing it live right now.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because there's a little delay when you do that from our end. Yeah.
Yep.
Come on. There we go.
All right, sports time, and I don't know why this
everyone here.
didn't
Good
load.
morning, Scott. Good morning, Eric.
Eric from last night.
Amanda. Good morning, April. No, David, we may not be alone.
We may not be. No, we're not. We're not alone.
We may be. We don't know. There's a couple theories out there.
You're ridiculous. The numbers.
What's scarier? No, the fact that we may not be alone, or the fact that we may be alone.
Equal. What's the quote? Both are equally as terrifying.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not wrong. We're not alone, by the way.
We're sad and lonely. Good morning. 7:38, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Yes. We were just talking off air again. If we are alone in this universe. Hey, you know what? Real quick, just so you know, these numbers, type it into Google. What are the odds of there being aliens? What are the odds of aliens being real? Or what are the odds of us being alone in the universe?
Odds of being alone.
The numbers are staggering. There's some number crunchers out there. They're like, the odds of us being alone in the universe are like almost impossible.
The number of exoplanets out there, mind-boggling. Each potential cradle for life. Given the math, it seems impossible that we humans. I don't really have a.
Usually, when you type it in Google,
yeah. So range estimates odds that we are alone are 1 in 100 billion. To I don't even know how to.
Those are the odds of us being alone.
Yeah.
Like 1 in billions,
billions,
trillion,
billions of billions and billions and billions and billions.
I mean, that number blows your mind.
Yeah,
that doesn't make you think for a second. Like, wait a second, so the math is against it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start thinking a little bit. Like,
yep,
we're not alone. It's wild. Anyway, you got sports.
Yeah, let's do sports. It's a weird transition. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweiser's, other great drinks like Good Boy Vodka Seltzers. Every pour helps a pup. And Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hey, Bud, and remember to drink wiser, Bud.
It's right. Hey, real quick, baseball scores. It's already too late. Let's skip it. All right.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers touched on it last hour. Aaron Rodgers not looking good. He's definitely out for the season. Career ending. Brock threw some stats out there last hour. Let's just touch on that again real quick. What was that?
Just how much he's getting paid now, because he's still got a guarantee like 25 million, whatever it is.
Him going out on the fourth play, I think you said last hour he made $399,000 a second.
A second. If you do the math for how much he is still guaranteed for his minute, like 54 or whatever he played, it's staggering. Which again just brings into the whole debacle of what's going to happen now, because they got a big chunk of money they got to eat. And who's going to come? Who's going to shoot? Is it Zach? Is he
Which led us into that conversation. Is it going to be Zach Wilson, or are you going to be looking elsewhere? Kaepernick was in question. He's definitely out, because the Jets were like,
yeah,
right. We'll go with Zach.
Brady's not doing it, even though people would love to see that. Yeah.
There's, I just said that a few days ago as far as like a joke, like bring Brady out of retirement.
Yeah.
But dude,
people are asking for it. They're like, hey, is that an option?
Asking for it. And I believe the organization might have thrown a pass out.
Yeah.
On Brady. And Brady's like, nah.
I don't think anybody expected this. I think that's kind of the big thing. It's just everyone's like, wait, what? What happened? What are we doing?
My conclusion was you bring Breeze back.
Maybe.
Drew Brees. You got Eli Manning out there. He can do it.
Peyton.
But I don't know if he goes from the Giants to the Jets. That might be tough. And who else was it? There was somebody else. Oh, Phillip Rivers. Hey.
Phillip
Rivers can play.
Yeah. Said though, he's got too many kids to look out for right now. So his wife was finally like, you're staying home and helping with these 11 kids that you put inside me.
Playing on his own squad back at home.
Yeah, he's getting his own team ready there. So
you got anybody else out there that could be?
I told you, like maybe Garoppolo. I thought he was on the bench, but apparently he's starting for the Raiders. I don't know. there's got to be some like a decent season quarterback that's on the bench.
You know what's wild is there are thousands and thousands of great quarterbacks out there. It's just hard to choose which one's going to actually play good in the NFL, because the NFL is a different level. It's a different vibe. It's a different pace. Everything's different. And some really great quarterbacks have been proven to suck when it comes to playing in the NFL, because it's a different gear.
About Johnny Manziel. Get Johnny Manziel.
No, after watching that documentary, not a chance.
No.
The dude doesn't even lean into trying to play. He's like, I'd just rather party. Tom, have you seen the documentary? It's wild.
I have part of it. Watch
part of this guy that is like, I wish I would have done things differently. I wish I would have taken it. No.
Yeah.
He's like, F that. I'm glad what I did, and I continue to, even if I was still playing. So he's a great player, though. Who else?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I mean, we could go through the list of, but I don't know if there's anyone out there that's Scott said, what about Andrew Luck?
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck.
But didn't he retired because
like 4 years ago, it feels like. But still, it doesn't matter. He retired early, though.
He retired young. Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Luck is a great answer.
I don't see that happening, though.
What are the rules? So can you just pull anybody from anywhere? So what if they went to McCarthy from Michigan? We're like, hey, we love what you did the first couple games. Like, you're locked into college, right?
I see now there. I don't think you can do that. I don't think there's definitely some stipulations with like college.
You can't pull a superstar out of his college and be like, hey, we need you.
I don't know what the rules, if there's any kind of like, vetting process, like, do they got to be on the roster for so long?
What is that rule? I guess I've never thought of that. Could they come to to you? I mean, I know they would never, but what's the rule there? Can they just say, hey? I think so. Even from like semi-pro leagues and whatnot, they recruit.
As long as they just
CFL,
as long as they adhere to the 51 man roster.
Yeah.
Right? Liv said, I heard that the Saints may trade Jameis Winston.
Winston, huh?
All right, I couldn't tell you who Jameis Winston.
I've watched him play a few times.
So because he's behind old boy now, who went over to
So there's a few QBs who's playing. I just saw a short on this the other day. Who's he playing for? Oh, he's playing behind Deshaun Watson. What's his name? He's a college recruit, but he played 2 games in preseason, and they're like, dude, this dude is nasty.
Yeah.
Like, he proved himself in 2 preseason games. Surprise coaches, fans, everything. They're like, should we play Deshaun or should we play this guy?
Yeah.
Like, he did that well in the preseason. What was his name? But he looked really good. Like, beyond good.
Over at Cleveland? Is that where he's at? Yeah, that's where Deshaun is now.
Yeah. You know what, another thing I found it out in a short, in who plays for Arizona? What's his name? The QB from Arizona got hurt. Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
There's a thing in his clause that he can't play Call of Duty. He plays it so much. They put it in his contract when he signed it that they're like, we're going to watch you and we're going to make sure that you're not on Call of Duty and watching films. Is that wild?
Jeez. That's crazy.
That's not good. You don't want people to know that, especially if you're trying to go to another team. Like, that's part of the problem is you're playing too much Call of Duty and not watching film.
Call of Duty is good, though. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Think about that. You wouldn't have to worry about that back in the day.
No.
Back in the day, you're like, hey, you're going to the bar too much.
That's what it was. Yeah, you're out there horning around too much. Right? You got to settle down.
Be careful. Now it's like, hey, you're playing too much Fortnite. We need you out there on the field.
What? Different nowadays, for
different
sure.
Times. So,
man.
Who is it going to be?
We don't know.
Because the Jets have a perfect squad.
Yeah.
But one player, and by chance, the most important player, the most important position on that field has yet to be filled. So, anyway, let's just move on. It's 7:47.
I'm sure that this saga will continue. Is there anything else, or should we wrap it up?
Trying to get to pickleball, but it's not. Basically, what in pickleball they're putting two leagues together, and I'll get to it next or tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, we got all day tomorrow. So all right, good enough. We'll find out more on Aaron Rodgers when more develops and what the hell the Jets are gonna do. But that's your sports for now. Brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. All right. I have got to drain the main vein, but I don't think I can get it done in time.
Yeah, because you got to clean the seat because you sit down when you pee.
Is that what it is? Huh? Huh? Big man.
I do sometimes.
It is nice. It is nice.
I do sometimes. I don't care.
You gotta rest those legs, man. Scroll on your phone for a little bit. Take 30 minutes. Honey, you still in there? Yeah, fine. 1 second here. Anyway.
I would say probably maybe 50%. Is that a bad? That's
quite a bit.
Is that quite a bit?
There's a guy named... That's a lot of sitting while you pee. I'm just gonna...
Enough of the time. Okay, enough of the time where I would say she at one point was like, do you have a problem? You go number 2 a lot. I'm like, hey, I'm not going number 2 all the time.
Half of it is just number 1.
And I don't think she believed me. I really don't.
All right, here we go.
What's the topic?
Your bathroom habits. Well, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show, 7:50. Rock Hunter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch. Find us on Facebook, the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Subscribe to that for web-exclusive content. And a fantastic camera that just gets blurry for no reason.
Yeah, I just noticed that. What happened there?
Yeah, just for some reason
got
move
blurry.
It to
the side if you can. Because you're looking straight now. I'm kind of look like I'm looking at you. I don't think you can you?
No,
it doesn't rotate.
No, it's either just right in the middle of the computer or on the other side. It doesn't matter. It's junk. I know. That's why I'll never make it on OnlyFans. I don't have a good enough camera. So we got to get to it. It's time for your topic of the day, brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spirit wear, equipment, and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. Your topic for today, what's something that people turn into their whole personalities? Now, there's nothing wrong with having hobbies or things you love, but when it becomes your only means of, I don't know, what is it? And I got no.
I don't either. I don't either. When you brought this up, I'm like, do I? Oh yes, I do. Definitely do. Mine is, you know what mine is. There's times where people are, hey, did you just get done golfing? I'm like, yeah.
Played a mean 36.
I'm like, damn it, you're right. I dress like a golfer sometimes. I guess it's not a bad thing because I guess it looks nice. You look nice.
Yeah.
But there are times where I'm like, yeah, I need to chill out on the old.
Yeah.
Like
but there's worse things. There's worse things. And I don't think you're not like the kind of guy who, it reads the Golf Digest and has it on his TV all the time. And
I think it's just because I have a bunch of golf clothes, and sometimes those are the cleanest ones at the time.
Right. It's good enough. It's nice. You got collars. You wear a lot of collars, man. I think that's all right. That's all right.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't necessarily like the collar. If I could not wear a collar on the golf course, I will. I won't. I should say.
Yeah. Go like Tiger Woods, just have the
like the half collar. Oh, dude, you know what? What's wrong with the t-shirt? You know what I think golf courses should do? One day, be like, shirt, shoes optional. On a hot day, be like, If everybody takes their shirt off, it doesn't look bad, right? I don't know.
It's a weird PGA tournament we're watching.
Really,
this is.
I mean, maybe not the PGA. But you know what I'm saying? Like.
No, I don't.
You know, it's not like
Everyone-
I'm looking at the guy on the other green over there, like, my God, look at that guy in his T-shirt. What a piece of trash.
Everyone get naked on the golf course. That's what we're gonna do. Just naked
Mhm.
golf. It's gonna be great. Gonna be great.
Actually, that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Naked
I don't
golf.
know.
Could you do that? A
Why
nude
don't you go
golf
try
tournament?
it?
A
Why
nude
don't you go
golf
try it?
tournament?
What did you go try and see how it goes? See how it goes. I'm
Be
sure.
the
Well, I'm
weird
sure
part
there's.
where, like, okay, now everybody, derobe.
Take your pants off,
This is awkward.
and we're gonna do a shotgun start. I'm sure there's some nudist colonies down like in Florida or something like that have their own little golf course, little naked putt
the
putt or
nude
whatever.
scramble.
I think you know my answer for this one. And again, this is something
Mhm.
that people turn into their whole personality.
You
And we're not
professional
just
fisherman?
talking. We're not talking just personally, but yeah, I could probably chalk myself up like my hobby. Like
Did you
my
just get done
hobby.
fishing?
I did.
Do people ask you that a lot? Were you just
Hey,
on the
were
water?
you fishing? You fishing?
Nah, I wear this every day.
Just wear it every day. Yeah, I think we can chalk up the answer to this is their hobbies. That's definitely
Mhm.
something that people turn into their whole personality, which, if it's not hurting anyone, who cares?
Mhm.
Sometimes it gets a little, what's the
Mhm.
word? Annoying when that's all they talk about.
Mhm.
I try not to drone on about fishing all the time. You don't
Mhm.
do too bad. You're a little worse than I am with the golf. You talk about golf quite a bit.
Well, hey.
But to be fair, though, you have 2 leagues, and it's a lot that's going on there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. Damn it.
I mean, when you're telling me about how you're driving, like 2 hours away to pick up a club, I don't really care about that. But
Well,
it's a nice club. Go on.
hey, you lean into being a Green Bay Packer pretty hard.
Ooh, so now that's a good answer. Something that people turn into their whole personality is their favorite sports team for
Yep.
sure, or their
Yep.
favorite sport.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's definitely something that some people they live and die for it, almost to the point where it's a problem.
For me, it's like, what do they do for you? Have they
Yeah.
ever done anything for you? Why do
Yeah.
you love them so much?
So
Because your dad told you that you should love this team
right,
as a
that's
child.
right.
That's why.
Because
That's the reason.
Because his dad told him and his father before him.
Exactly.
Here's the only time where turning a sports team or your favorite sport into your personality
Mhm.
becomes a problem is when you physically fight someone else over their sports team. That's when it's gone too
Which
far.
I almost witnessed in Detroit, by the way.
That wasn't on me. That was on that Lions
that
fan.
guy?
All right. I was fine. Okay. I was just having a casual conversation. All right. He was the problem that night.
You
love bringing
definitely
that up.
responded to the remark, I guess, but you're right.
Maybe.
He started it. He definitely
He started it, right? Right? Because they were mad because they
think.
lost. All right.
Mm.
He did. He started it. I didn't help the situation.
No, you didn't.
That's for sure.
You didn't.
That's for sure. Let's see here. What's something that people turn into their whole personalities? Let's see. Jen said video games, the gamers. That's a good answer.
Mhm.
That's a good answer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You lean
Some
into
people
that.
just dive right in. Look at PewDiePie. Of course, some of those people make good money doing it, I guess. I don't know.
Apparently, Kyler Murray is one of those guys.
Yeah, Kyler Murray right there.
Hey, we need you to be a quarterback today, not a gamer. All right?
Richard had a good answer. He said smoking, and I think what he means is the marijuana, the sticky icky. Which that cannabis lifestyle can kind of take over, and you can just become that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nobody's leaning into being a cig smoker.
Yeah, at least not anymore.
Do they still do smoke breaks in businesses?
I think they're still.
Do you still get like a smoke break?
I think you still can. I know that's not as big of a thing anymore, but yeah, I think that's still a thing. Let's see. Ben had a good answer. Political affiliation, which, oh my God, that's the worst. If you're gonna turn your personality into anything, you're gonna latch on to something, make something don't let it be politics, for God's sakes. Don't be that old guy that rides around on his e-bike on weekends,
flying
flags,
just rub it into people's faces. Like, hey, this is who I like, and you should like too. And I'm gonna fly this flag, and I'm gonna yell at you too if you don't.
Like, don't you have literally anything else? And again, I don't care who you vote for, what your stance is. I don't get red, green, blue, or it doesn't matter. But if you're gonna tell me that what you're doing with your free time on this short time on Earth that you have, you're gonna ride around and
just rub it into people's faces. Like my opinion is
that's wild to me.
It is wild.
Yep.
Like listen to me. I know what's going on, and it's just I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I turn away and I don't try not to even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
look away. Let them do their thing. So you know what another one for me would be?
Huh.
Social media influencers.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's good.
That's
Social media in general, I
social
think. They
media.
can, yeah.
That's you're
Yep.
turning your lifestyle into putting the camera on the tripod and like your life is lived around it.
Yeah. What you're gonna post next, what's your status,
Mhm.
what photos you're gonna take to
When
post.
you immediately in every situation, vacations, anything,
Yep.
Rocky, you and I talked about it the other day. I mean, we do it because, well, we have sponsors, and
Yep.
that's part of the package, and it's part of the deal that we agreed to. But I'm gonna tell you, and you agreed. You brought it up. You're like, it's weird when we're doing this somewhere, and I don't mind it because we're promoting
Well, right.
the business, but it's still awkward for me to do the social media post.
Like, it can definitely be a great tool. Absolutely.
It's a
It
great
reaches
tool.
it can reach millions of people. However, yeah, me just as a human, I feel very weird going into a place and there's people that make literally their lives about it where they have
Talking
no
into the
problem
phone like that,
going into
"What's up?"
this and bothering other people just for their own
You know,
clout, their own internet clout. I don't know.
it's weird.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good answer. I think social media and just people that almost to the point where it's like they're not doing stuff because they want to do it. They're doing stuff so they can post about it. Does that make sense?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What was that weird fact we talked about the other day? Like a percentage of people that go on vacation go
Like
to certain destinations to get the photo.
yeah, or they'll do things, they'll do activities on vacation just so they
It
can
was
post about it.
they would pay for a certain something. They would pay to go to like the experience, but not actually do the experience, just get the photo and then leave.
Just get something like that or like do it. It's not like something they really want to do, but they got to post about it.
Yep.
They got to post about it. Let's see. We got some other answers here. Alicia said vegans. Hey, do you know how you know someone's a vegan? Don't worry, they'll tell you.
They'll
Don't
tell
worry,
you.
they'll tell you.
Hey, you know what? You're not wrong. A lot of them are like that. Not all of them, though.
Not all of them, no, but we like to have fun with it. Vehicles was a big one, like your motorcycles or your cars. A lot of people do that.
Are you talking about like the truck guys that are just pure
guy,
Chevy or no, I'm just Ford. I will only
right. Well, truck guys, Corvette guys,
Corvette
Harley
people.
guys, you know what I mean? Or gals. Which again, we're not saying you hurt anyone with it, but there's some people that, go full tilt. You know what I mean?
I never really understood that about like car shows. Like you can only have, we're only doing Corvettes. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about just have a car show? If you're proud of your car, I'm bringing my 02 CRV.
Yeah.
It's got rust on it, but you know what? Proud of it. And that's the only thing that should matter, right?
Right. Exactly.
Don't no, there's you laughing.
I'm not laughing.
I'm
not
proud
laughing.
of my car, right?
Love my car. Can I enter this in? No, you cannot. Actually, why don't you drive that out of here? All right, you get out of here.
If you're proud of it, that's
You're
all.
upsetting the other car owners. Yeah, that's definitely so. And you brought up a good ones like the pure Chevy guys, like the dude Ford suck. Shut up. You know
what? And there's a lot of people screaming at us right now for saying that.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you, there are great things about Chevy. There are great things about Ford. There are great things about Dodge. They all have their quirks. And they're all, hey, you know what? A lot of those people that were working with Ford are now working at Chevy and taking those secrets and bringing them over here. And they're trading back and forth. It's all a competition.
How about we just accept the fact that we're not on horse and buggy and we have these amazing vehicles, and I'm pretty sure they're all fine. I'm pretty sure they're okay. Right?
They're all pretty good.
They're all pretty damn good. You give a Geo Metro to a guy who was on the Oregon Trail, I think he'd be happy with it. I think
he's not going to
awesome.
bitch because it's a Geo.
Right?
Right.
You mean I don't have to bounce around on a horse and carriage? Okay, yeah. Give me the Geo Metro.
And by the way, truck companies, chill out on the off-roading in your commercials. None of us do it. I've never seen one of these trucks off-road. Ever. We'll go to Silver Lake where you can bring your truck. You never see a truck going up and down that dune. Nope.
No.
Who are these people that are just blah, 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 going through the woods, through the puddles?
Yeah. You know who's doing that? The guy in the 87 Chevy.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
You know why? Because that 87 Chevy didn't cost $92,000 for the basic package.
You know how worried I am about getting a scratch on my truck? It's a truck.
You know?
Yep.
When you're paying $100,000 for a truck, you're not going to be taking it through the whoop section.
Right.
Sorry.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Keep it on the road. And honestly, I'm going to park far away in the parking lot where there's no one else around.
Here's
so
the thing. You're in your truck bitching about potholes and roads that have not been repaired for a few years.
While in your truck. Right?
While in your truck.
Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. All right. I think that's good enough for now. We're going to take a break. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around. All right, good enough. Well, hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And yeah, we'll just see you back here tomorrow. Okay, bye.